¿Tú sabes por qué los guiris hablamos de esta manera? ¿Sabes por qué todos los guiris hablamos de esta manera en español? Es el ritmo del inglés. Es distinto al ritmo del español. English is rock and roll, that's right. But Spanish is flamenco. And what I mean by this is that the rhythm of English is much more like an accordion. It's big and small, and big and small. Where in Spanish, every syllable has the same length, same duration. Changing your rhythm in English will be the biggest change and the best improvement that you can make to your accent. Don't believe me? Follow along and I'll show you. ¿Sabes por qué todos los guiris hablamos de esta manera en español? Es el ritmo del inglés. El ritmo del inglés es distinto al ritmo del español. English is rock and roll, that's right. But Spanish is flamenco. And what I mean by this is that the rhythm of English is much more like an accordion. It's big and small, and big and small. Where in Spanish, every syllable has the same length, same duration. Changing your rhythm in English will be the biggest change and the best improvement that you can make to your accent. Don't believe me? Follow along and I'll show you. What do I mean, el español es flamenco, but English is rock and roll? Well, the duration of the syllables is amazingly different. So, for example, in Spanish, if you want to speak really properly, what you do is you have taca, 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 taca. It sounds like the zapateo or taconeo of the flamenco music. Now, in English, we alternate between one big sound and a small sound. And this can be seen in all kinds of words, everyday words, in fact, like today. Many Spanish people want to say today because you think that you have to read the letters. But guess what? In English, we don't read the letters. We read the syllables. And how do we treat those syllables? Follow along and I'll keep telling you. If you want to improve your accent in English with very little effort but huge results, the first thing you have to do is say hello to my little friend, the schwa. Do you know the schwa? I'm not into phonetics. I'm not going to teach you phonetics. I don't think that that's necessary, but this one sound, one symbol will change the way you understand, speak, will change the way that you speak and understand English. I know, I've got 20 years experience teaching Spanish people how to speak English better. You don't know schwa? The schwa is a neutral, nondescript, lazy, half vowel sound. Now we hear this especially in things like water, 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 water. Whatever accent you want, every single accent in English uses the schwa. So if we think about it, it is mother, brother, sister. You can start to hear that there's one syllable that's strong and one syllable that's weak. That weak syllable is where you will find the schwa. What I mean is, divide the word into syllables, find the tonic syllable, find the non-tonic syllable, and insert schwa. We have very common words like today or tomorrow, where you absolutely hear that in the first syllable, we're not pronouncing the vowel, we're pronouncing something else. That something else is schwa. Former President Barack Obama is very well known for using this kind of rock and roll energy while he's speaking. And the more you use this energy, the easier it is to understand English. That's true both for me speaking to foreigners and for foreigners speaking to me. You don't believe me? That's on you. You want to miss out? That's on you. I'm here to tell you where and how you can improve so that not only Are you speaking with less effort and a better accent? But you will also understand us. You'll comprehend us better when we're speaking to you. Check it out. You want some examples of where we can find the schwa? Why don't we look at a very common food, which is the salad. Salad. Yes, that's right. There are two A's in the word salad, but we pronounce each A differently. That's part of the rock and roll rhythm of English. Salad. I'm not going to read the letters of the word salad. No, I'm going to read the syllables. Salad. Salad. I can tell that the first one is the tonic syllable, so I'm going to pronounce that vowel correctly. But in the non-tonic syllable, we don't say the same pronunciation of the a. Important. Let's look at the ingredients in a salad. Sure, you have lettuce. Lettuce? No, not going to read the letters. I'm not going to read the letters of the word. I'm going to divide the word in syllables. I'm going to find the tonic syllable. I'm going to pronounce that one okay. And in the non-tonic syllable, I'm going to pronounce it. You understand me? So it's not lettuce, it's lettuce. What else would we put in a salad? Onion. Again, another word that has two O's, the same vowel, but they're pronounced differently inside the same word. Why? Because of our little friend the schwa. Let's continue. Carrot. Carrot? No. We do not pronounce the vowel in the non-tonic syllable. So we have a salad with lettuce, onion, carrot, and tomato. Tomato. It doesn't matter if you pronounce tomato or tomato. Nobody ever in any part pronounces the O in tomato. Think about that. I'm telling you, this is universal and so common you can apply it to nearly every single sentence that you pronounce. Schwa can appear in 30 to 40% of the words that we pronounce when we're speaking English. If you want to know more about schwa, more about where we can find schwa, and how you can become a more clear speaker of English without a large effort on your part, follow along.